Welcome to SurePass, where we share for you to learn and succeed. In this video, we will be discussing immediate vindication of a grave offense as one of the mitigating circumstances. Immediate vindication of a grave offense. Immediate vindication of a grave offense refers to the mitigating circumstance wherein the accused committed the offense in immediate vindication of a grave offense to the one committing the felony, his spouse, ascendants, or relatives by affinity within the same degrees. Ito yung pagkakataon na ang akusado ay nakagawa ng krimen bilang agarang paghihiganti para sa isang mabigat na pagkakasala laban sa kanya, sa kanyang asawa, sa kanyang mga magulang o ninuno o sa mga kamag-anak sa kasal. Bago ang court i-consider ito as mitigating circumstance, dapat itong dalawang elements ay mayroon. First, that there be a grave offense done to the one committing the felony, his spouse, ascendants, descendants, relatives by affinity within the same degree. Ano nga ba itong mga grave offenses? Ito yung mga crimes na ang parusa ay capital punishment or afflictive penalty, kagaya ng murder, parricide, kidnapping, rape, robbery with violence. Sa first element, si akusado mismo, yung asawa niya, magulang, lolo-lola, anak o apo at kamag-anak niya sa kasal ay ginawan ng krimen na considered grave offense. Example, yung apo ng akusado ay ni-rape. Second element, that the felony is committed in immediate vindication of such grave offense. Ang krimen ay nagawa ni akusado bilang agarang paghihiganti sa krimen na ginawa sa kanya, asawa niya, magulang, lolo, lola, anak o apo at kamag-anak niya sa kasal. Sabi sa second element, yung felony ay dapat immediate. Gaano ba ito kabilis? The word immediate in the English text is not the correct translation of the controlling Spanish text of the Revised Penal Code, which uses the word proxima. The Spanish text on these points allows a lapse of time between the grave offense and the actual vindication. Noong diniscuss natin ang sufficient provocation or threat, wala dapat pagitan yung threat at provocation sa ginawa ni accused. Dito sa immediate vindication, pwedeng may lapse of time. Kailan naman hindi applicable itong mitigating circumstance na to? The mitigating circumstance of immediate vindication of a grave offense cannot be considered where the supposed vindication did not immediately or proximately follow the alleged insulting and provocation remarks, such as when almost 2 months had lapsed. The benefit of the said mitigating circumstance cannot be considered in favor of the accused when the accused had sufficient time to recover his serenity. Kinukonsider itong mitigating circumstance na to kasi tinitignan din ng batas natin yung emotional state natin noong ginawa yung krimen. Remember, sa immediate vindication of grave offense, may unang ginawang grave offense sa'yo o sa kamag-anak mo bago mo ginawa yung krimen o paghihiganti mo. Pero hindi pa rin ito exempt from criminal liability ha. We cannot take the law into our own hands. Nire-recognize lang ng batas yung emotional state mo nung ginawa mo yung krimen kaya binabawasan yung penalty. Example of this mitigating circumstance. Pinahiya, binugbog at muntik nang saksakin ni Pedro si Juan. Pagkatapos, umuwi si Juan upang kumuha ng kutsilyo at hinanap si Pedro. Natagpuan ni Juan si Pedro. Nang makita ni Pedro ang kutsilyong hawak ni Juan, siya ay tumakbo palayo. Hinabol siya ni Juan at pagkatapos ay pinatay si Pedro. May mitigating circumstance ba dito? The Supreme Court in the case of People v. Tenis Torpio held that the accused was humiliated, mauled, and almost stabbed by the deceased. Although the unlawful aggression had ceased when the accused stabbed Pedro, it was nonetheless a grave offense for which the accused may be given the benefit of a mitigating circumstance. Hindi ba pasok din dito yung sufficient provocation or threat na mitigating circumstance? Ito ang sabi ng Supreme Court. The mitigating circumstance of sufficient provocation cannot be considered apart from the circumstance of vindication of a grave offense. These two circumstances arose from one and the same incident, the attack on the appellant by the victim, so that they should be considered as only one mitigating circumstance. So, kinonsider lang siya as one mitigating circumstance, although pwede sanang dalawa. Kaso nga, same pangyayari kaya isa lang ang i-consider. Pero ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba ng sufficient threat or provocation at vindication of a grave offense? Sa sufficient threat or provocation, it is made directly to the person committing the felony. Sa accused mismo yung threat or provocation. In vindication of grave offense naman, the grave offense may also be committed against the offender's relatives mentioned in the law, kagaya ng kanyang asawa o anak. In sufficient threat or provocation, the source of the mitigating circumstance in provocation is the provocative act of the offended party, not necessarily na yung ginawa sa'yo ay grave offense. In vindication of grave offense, the source is the grave offense committed by the offended party. In sufficient threat or provocation, it is necessary that the provocation or threat immediately preceded the act. There must be no interval of time between the provocation and the commission of the crime. So wala dapat pagitan or ganong kahabang oras na nakalipas mula sa provocation at yung pag-commit ng crime ng akusado. In vindication of grave offense, the vindication of the grave offense may be the proximate which admits of interval of time between the grave offense committed by the offended party and the commission of the crime of the accused. Sa vindication, pwedeng may lapse of time. Kasi grave offense nga yung ginawa sa'yo or sa kamag-anak mo, hindi agad yan na may possibility na hindi agad magsisink in sa'yo yung ginawa. Pag nag-sink in na, doon ka palang makakaisip na parang gandihan yung nanakit sa'yo or sa pamilya mo. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to share it and to subscribe.